Hi guys, hi Lucy. So I wanted to take some time and talk about health and fitness and activity levels, as Lucy had said that she was doing something for her class. So here's kind of a bit of information about my evolution through fitness as I've grown up. I guess to start with, it's you're playing around with your mates and climbing trees, building forts, kicking a football around when you're nice and young. You don't really think about what kind of effects that's having on you as you're growing up, and your physicality, is how your body is growing, and you're just focusing on having fun and having a good time. Think the next step from that is when you go into a school environment and you start getting into more competitive sports. I started playing hockey and rugby, but I was better at hockey, so that was kind of the route that I naturally wanted to go in, because you generally enjoy things that you're better at more. And I still play hockey on a weekly basis now, so I've been playing for 18, 19 years. So thing with playing in the sports and in the team sports as well is it actually teaches you a lot of transferable skills throughout the rest of life. What you'll learn as you grow up is that actually those skills and those attributes that you learn when you're playing in a team, and how you get along with other people, how you communicate with other people, actually has massive impact on things like when you go to work and how you interact with the people in your team when you're working. So actually learning those lessons at an earlier age is really important and really interesting as well. But from a fitness point of view, you're running around, you're having a good time, but you're still focused on winning as a team, or even if it's an individual sport. For me, it then got to a stage where, well, actually, my fitness to get better at playing sport, at playing hockey, played a really big impact. So I started going to the gym more, started doing activities to increase my levels of fitness outside of the hockey environment. And that was kind of the stage of my life when I was hitting 16, 17 years old, and your body image comes a lot more important to you, and sadly to the people around you as well. So I started doing probably what most young lads do if they're interested in sport. I started going to the gym more, and I started going to the gym to first initially get better at sport, and then as you get into it a bit more, you start to want to do it because you start looking better. Girls start becoming a bit much more of an issue, so you want to impress the girls as well, and I completely get that. The more you get into the gym aspect of it, the more you start thinking about food, and you more start thinking about nutrition. So they play such a key and massive impact on how muscles are developed and how you recover. So you then start putting in another piece of the jigsaw puzzle as to, okay, well, I want to get better at the sport that I'm playing. So to do that, I also need to be doing things extra activities, curriculum that involve going to the gym to get stronger, to get faster, to have better endurance. But on top of that, to actually do those things and to recover faster and to give my body the fuel that it needs to do the exercise and to recover, you need to start thinking about nutrition as well. So that all kind of bundles up into a big ball. As you kind of do that, the more you kind of go to the gym or play your specific sport, you realise it actually makes you happy doing it. And now that's because you're with your friends a lot of the time, but that's also, you have a chemical reaction, endorphins, that are released into your body that give you that feeling of happiness. So I found that if I don't go to the gym, or if I don't play hockey, then I actually get a bit down and a bit upset about it. So it actually has a mental impact on me as well. So if I don't train or kind of play hockey with my friends for a couple of 3 weeks, then I can have a noticeable effect on me as a person. As growing up as well, specifically, I don't think I would say that I thought about it when I was younger, but you start taking into consideration more life experiences that you have. So many people will have already had experiences with family members or themselves being really sick or ill, whether that be with things like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, etc., etc. All those things, and the majority of things that you actually look at from a health and well-being point of view, are impacted by your fitness and by your health and how you live your life. So as I get a bit older, you don't care about it so much when you're younger, but you do as you get a bit older. You realise that living a healthy lifestyle, you don't have to be going to the gym every day, but even just going for a half-hour walk or doing some activity on a daily basis actually is an investment into your long-term health and your long-term future. So that's a really key thing that I learned as I was growing up as well. Is essentially that investment into your future by doing that, because ultimately I don't want to get to the point where I can't play with my kids because of my health is so bad that I become out of breath when I want to go and have a kick around with my son or daughter playing football or playing hockey. That's the last thing that's on my mind that I want to do. So that's kind of a bit of a ramble, but a bit of a journey into my mindset and how, as I've grown up, my attitude to sports and to fitness and health has progressed. But I think that it's important to remember that you've got to live your life, and you only live your life once as far as I'm concerned. So getting that balance of, okay, well, I'm going to go out and eat that burger, or I'm going to go and have a few beers, is balanced and offset by, well, I'm still gonna train as long as it's not gonna impact me in the long run, and I'm not having a burger every day. Then just balance is really, really key. But the choices that you make on a daily basis and that habit and that routine that you set yourself to will either put you in very good stead for the future or have a negative impact on your health and fitness. I hope that's helped, and I hope it isn't too much of a ramble, but look after yourselves and take care. Cheers, bye.